Fellas, the cycle of a woman who is a bird is simply this: she's going to play the streets, she's going to be prone to the streets, she's going to chase after the players because the players gives her that toxic energy that she craves. Now, her main objective is to turn a player into a sucker. So when she fail at accomplishing that, usually she needs to heal. And that's when she try to change things around and find a nice guy. But the reason why she wants a nice guy is to power up. I've been telling you guys this. From time to time, when a bird needs to get back on her feet, she will find a nice guy, drain his energy, power up to get right back to the streets. Listen to this chick pretty much confirms everything I've been telling you guys.
After a cycle of dating toxic men, or maybe you were the toxic one, you are going to date a really nice guy. He is going to be so good to you. That is not your man. This is the first guy that has given you the bare minimum treatment. This is the first guy who has showed you what the foundation of dating someone should look like: kindness, thinking of the other person, opening doors for you, literally the bare minimum. And you're going to be like, oh my God, the love of my life. This is not the love of your life. This is just a dude. I understand because that happened to me. It's happened to a lot of my friends. It's that first healthy relationship that you get into after a cycle of toxic ones. This is your opportunity to take a step back, and instead of attaching yourself to this human being because they're giving you the bare minimum, you need to understand what it is that you actually want in a relationship, in a partner. You need to understand if you are the person that you want to be with yet. You have this idea that this person is the one for you because they're kind and nice, but that is the bare minimum. You should have more outside of just the kindness that they show you in the relationship to build a long-term relationship. That's not your man. I promise you, that is not your man.
Of course, that's not your man because your man is the streets. Birds are loyal to the streets. And here's the thing: by nature, a bird will always find that nice guy after she's done with the players. After she fails trying to turn a player into a sucker by trying to get him to commit to her, because in all reality, that's simply the game women who are for the streets play. They will see a dude who getting all the women, and that's the guy that they're gonna be interested in. And then they're gonna get with that guy and try their best to get him to commit to them. And whenever they fail at doing that, they go find the easy nice guy to power up. So by nature, women like this will always need a nice guy to power up. And based on how she sounds, she's obvious. And based on how she sounds, she's obviously a bird. Let's listen to this chick some more.
I was recently so love bombed and so severely gaslit that I have to come on TikTok and tell you guys my story because you guys, it's not safe out here. I'm gonna give you guys all the details. And once we get to the end, I'm not gonna give you my conclusion. I would like you to make your own conclusions and your own assumptions, and maybe we can chat about it. So, about a month ago, I met a guy on Hinge. That was probably my first mistake. We went out, we went and got sushi first date. The vibes were good. Like, he was chill. He was telling me about, where he went to school, where he grew up. He's not originally from LA. So, we're just, doing the back and forth, getting to know each other. We split some sushi. We had a little bit of sake. Like the vibes were good. I also want to preface that this man is a father. I have never seen someone who has a kid before, but I was super open to it. But this is an important part of the plot, so I need you to keep that in your back pocket. So we had our first date. Vibes were good. I was like, we're definitely gonna go on a second date. He gave me a little smooch by my car. I was like, okay, good energy, good vibes. This was like in the beginning of the week. Fast forward to the weekend. I went to the Rose Bowl Flea and I had the most insane meet cute with another person. And I actually made a TikTok about it. So if you want to go watch that, please do. This is an important piece of the plot. So I also need you to put this in your back pocket. It was a crazy story. I ended up making an entire TikTok about it because it was just one of those things where it's like, this only happens once in a lifetime, feels like a movie plot. I need to share it with the people. So I did. So now going back to the original guy that the story's about, we went on a second date earlier in the week. We went and grabbed food and then we went to a lookout. Date number 2, he picks me up. We go and grab food and then we go to a lookout. It was a very chill date. We had an incredible time. We were giggling, laughing, super easy to be around each other. Felt like we had known each other for a really long time. He drops me off. The date is great. He texts me the next day, good morning, blah, blah, blah. He's like, I'm definitely simping over you. I was like, honestly, feelings mutual. Like, I feel like we have a great connection, but nothing crazy. Like, we're not talking crazy. It's not escalating. So a few days later, we go on another date, and this time we're going bar hopping. So when we get to the very first bar, one conversation led to the next, and he ended up telling me that he found my Instagram and my TikTok. And when he said he found my TikTok, I just knew by his facial expression that he had seen the TikTok about the guy I had met at the flea market after our first date. We had a whole conversation around it. He was like, you don't owe me anything. We had only gone on one date at this point. He was like, I'm a big boy. I can handle it. It's not that deep. And I'm just reassuring him. I'm like, listen, that's so separate. That was just this one time. And again, like, you and I had just met, and he was on the same page. He was like, it's chill. No worries. On this date, we end up going to, I think, 3 bars. We're having a great time. The music's good. We're having drinks. The drinks are flowing. Keep in mind, the drinks are flowing. So by the time we get to the last bar, it was like more dive bar, sports bar situation. We're just sitting there. He's sitting in front of me. He's like, yeah, we're going to date. And I'm thinking to myself, listen, we've been drinking all night in my head. We've been drinking all night. I don't really take what men say seriously, so I kind of just was like, okay, got it, but noted that you said something like that. And I mentioned, hey, listen, I have never been seeing anyone who has a son, and I take that very seriously. And so I would want to make sure that we, take it slow because of that. And he said something along the lines of, well, whenever you're ready to meet him, I'm ready for you to meet him too. And I'm just thinking in my head, okay, we're drunk, but noted. You know what I'm saying? Like, noted. So from this point on, the man is texting me every day, every morning, like, good morning, sunshine. He calls me baby. He came over to my house with flowers, which, again, really nice. But we were just, we were escalating. And in my head, I was like, okay, I don't feel like he's rushing or going to press a relationship. It just feels like we have such an instant connection that we're just going to let it flow. And it just feels really comfortable. But I just made sure to match his energy. Like, I'm never going to be the one starting to call someone pet names and all these things. I will just match energy. And for the most part, I never even really matched that part. He was really driving home with the baby. I can add some screenshots. I think this is maybe now our 4th or 5th date. He comes over. He's making us dinner. Unprovoked, in the kitchen. I'm sitting on the couch. He's making steaks. He goes, I deleted Hinge. I was like, what? Kind of caught off guard, but I'm like, okay, like, that's nice. And he's like, yeah, I just don't need it. And I'm having such a great time getting to know you. I was like, oh my gosh, sick. And he's like, it's okay if you didn't delete yours. And I wasn't sure if he was like poking at it. I was like, well, I haven't seen anyone or met up with anyone since we've met, but I haven't necessarily deleted it. Like, I'm not going to lie. But keeping in mind, like, I wanted
This right here is just nasty work, bro. And this is what I be trying to tell y'all about women like this. They are for the streets. If you meet a woman unhinged, do you understand how Hinge works? Or a woman who is simply on a dating app? She's talking to at least 20 different dudes. A woman like that could never take a man serious because all she does is juggle men every day. She got a whole list of dudes, and in her mind is like, okay, who is gonna take me on a date? Okay, this guy looks like the type who will take me on a date, so I'm gonna have him take me on a date. Then she's gonna have the dude who she just wanna smash. He ain't gotta take her on no dates. He ain't gotta do nothing special. All he gotta do is come over. So then she got him. And then she got the sucker who is gonna send her some money. That's how women like this are. The point of the matter is this, fellas. Y'all gotta learn how to pay attention to the signs. Now, the brother that she's talking about, he obviously probably felt like, okay, in his mind, she's pretty. So he's trying his best to commit to her. He's trying his best to save her. But bro, You can't save a bird. If you meet a woman unhinged, what type of woman you think that is, bro? You think a quality woman, you think a virtuous, righteous woman will be unhinged, trying to meet strangers? When a woman is quality, bro, all she gotta do is walk to the gas station. Like, all she gotta do is go to Whole Foods. All she gotta do is go to Publix, go to Jules, and dudes will be trying to talk to her. But the thing about a bird, it's never enough. A bird wants to play with men. That's the cycle of a bird. And when she comes across the players, and the players treat a bird exactly like who she is, from time to time she get battered and angry because she can't get that player to play her city games. He see right through her bullshit, so he treats her accordingly. And then when that happens, guess who she's gonna find? A nice guy.
Take it slow, but I'm okay with how comfortable we feel with each other. So I was open to the progression that it was moving, if that makes sense. He's a music guy. So for our second date, to ask me on a second date, he actually made me a playlist with a bunch of songs that he thought I would like, which is really, really nice. But I want you to, again, keep that noted up here. So at this point, we're having dates, we're having sleepovers, we're hanging out, like making breakfast in the morning. Everything is happening mostly at my house outside of the actual dates we go on. Mostly just hangouts at my house and like overnights at my place because he was in the middle of moving. So I never actually got to see how he lives. And that for me is super important in a relationship. Like, I want to see how somebody lives their life in their own environment. And I hadn't gotten there yet. So again, I'm just trying mentally taking it slow because there's a lot I don't necessarily know about him. And
Yo, these birds are so nasty, bro. She's taking it slow, but they are having sleepovers. Her legs is wide open. He's all in that thing going crazy. But in that bird mind, she's taking it slow. That's the mindset of a bird, bro. It's why I tell you guys all the time, bro, have your fun and move around. If a woman will give you her body, because a woman's body is a temple, a virtuous woman understands that her body is sacred, it's a temple. So once you give a man that, you down there opening it like yourself to that man. But a chick like her, she let anybody smash. So you can only imagine the type of energy that this woman has, the type of spirits that's in her. Bro, that's why you gotta keep away from chicks like this, bro, for your own good, because there's nothing that you can do to save her. And if you look at her tats and all that, bro, and this is what I be trying to tell you all dudes, the signs are always there. She's obviously into astrology. She's probably a free spirit. Those are all signs of a bird, fellas.
keeping in mind that he also has a kid, which again, I take incredibly serious. He mentions things multiple times of, one, I can't wait to make you food at my new place. I would love for you to help me decorate. He was talking about upgrading his style, and I was like, oh, like I can totally help you with that if you want. And so I made him a Pinterest board and was just kind of like diving into different outfits. He was sending me like outfits that he liked on Instagram, and he's like, good looks, baby, like blah 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 blah. Like, we are progressing, but still it's not too much where I'm scared or anything like that. He's telling me he hasn't felt like this with someone in so long. He hasn't seriously dated anyone since he had his kid and all of his stuff. And again, just really affirming me, making semi future plans. He was like, let's explore the west side together because we both live on like the east Los Angeles side. So I'm going to preface this next part by saying I'm a business owner. I own a health and fitness coaching business for women. I've been doing this for 4 years full time. I'm always a part of different mentorships, and I actually had an in-person mastermind that I was going to in Austin, Texas this week. So this was this past week. So I told him about it, and I was like, listen, I'm gonna be gone for an entire week. And he was like, oh, am I not going to see you? I was like, I can hang out Monday night because I knew he didn't have work Tuesday. So he ended up coming over Tuesday night. We had dinner. We had a little sleepover. In the morning, we walked and got coffee, made him breakfast, like was just really good vibes overall. Very like lovey-dovey, all over each other. You get the vibes. Like, I don't need to explain it. I showed him a song that I really, really liked while I was in the kitchen cooking. I was like, I love songs like this. He was like, I got you.
All right, man. And like, enough about this, bro. Look, fellas, understand something, bro. If a woman is this comfortable to speak about her relationships with men, that casually, she's talking about sleepovers, aka getting her back blown out. If she's that comfortable to tell the world this, what type of woman you think she is? And as men, we just got to be wise, because these women are who they are. When you a sucker for love, you will come across a chick like this and say to yourself, shorty looks kind of pretty. I want to cuff. And that just shows that you're a sucker for love. That just shows that you probably haven't really met a bunch of good looking women. And that's why, as a man, you should focus on self-improving, bro. Because once you self-improve, you attract quality to your life. And you're going to be able to attract beautiful, quality women. But when you don't self-improve, you will look at a chick like her and put her on a pedestal, even though she's for the streets. Fellas, be wise out here, bro. The signs are always there. Please leave your thoughts in the comments. It's your boy AyeQ. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'm out.
If you haven't yet, go get you some of that merch. You all already know, don't feed the birds. That's what it is. We don't feed the birds over here. So if you rock with your boy, go get you some of that good merch.